أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا وإمامنا وقدوتنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made occasions for us Muslims to enjoy, to get closer to Him, to gain more rewards, so we can achieve the main goal that we are looking for is the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be admitted to paradise, to Al-Jannah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in a beautiful hadith, ألا إن لربكم في أيام دهركم لنفحات ألا فتعرضوا لها. Occasions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made for us Muslims to get closer to Him. And one of these occasions, one of these seasons is the month of Ramadan. This month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepared the whole universe for us to receive it. If you look what's happening before Ramadan starts, it's amazing how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepares this month for His servants to start. It is something amazing. And how the Prophet ﷺ described that in beautiful ahadith, when he said in one hadith, إِذَا دَخَلَ رَمَضَانَ فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُ الْجَنَّةِ وَغُلِّقَتْ أَبْوَابُ النَّارِ وَصُفِّدَتِ الشَّيَاطِينَ. When Ramadan starts, the gates of heavens will be widely open. La ilaha illallah. Can you imagine all the gates of heavens, of paradise, of Al-Jannah will be wide open for anyone who wants to enter, subhanAllah. And the doors of the hellfire will be closed. So there is no excuse for us, brothers and sisters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to make everything easy on us and to prepare everything for us to gain more reward. وَصُفِّدَتِ الشَّيَاطِينَ. Even the Satans, devils will be enchained, will be imprisoned. They won't be able to move, to distract you, to tempt you. So you are on your own, subhanallah. What else? ينادي مناد من السماء من قبل الله سبحانه وتعالى. A caller from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say the following: يا باغي الخير أقبل ويا باغي الشر أقصر You who wants good, come. You who wants evil, stay away. Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepares the whole universe for you. What else Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepares the paradise for you? In this beautiful hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إِنَّ الْجَنَّةِ لَتَتَزَيَّنُ مِنَ السَّنَةِ إِلَى السَّنَةِ لِشَهْرِ رَمَضَانِ. Paradise will be adorned, will be prepared, adorned from the year to the year for the month of Ramadan. فإذا دخل رمضان نادت الجنة يا رب اجعل لي في هذا الشهر من عبادك سكانا. When Ramadan starts, paradise will start calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Oh Allah, made some of your servants among my dwellers. I need some of your servants, subhanallah. And today we had a brother and a sister who passed away. Subhanallah. May Allah accept them among the people of Al-Jannah. فَمَنْ صَانَ نَفْسَهُ فِي رَمَضَانِ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لَهُ مَعَ نِهَايَةِ الشَّهْرِ قَصْرًا مِنْ ذَهَبٍ وَفِضَّةٍ وَيَاقُوتٍ. So the one who protects himself or herself throughout the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will build a mansion for that person in paradise made of gold and silver and other jewelry. ولو أن الدنيا جمعت في هذا القصر لم تكن إلا كمربض ماعز في الدنيا. سبحان الله. لا إله إلا الله. If you collect all what's in this life, in that mansion that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for you in Al-Jannah, all what you look like is like a stable, or for everything that looks like a stable at this dunya, and you compare it to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for you in the hereafter. Brothers and sisters, this is a serious season, a season of change that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to do a change here. You don't enter Ramadan and you leave Ramadan without changing yourself. This is the season that you have to seize, and you have to take it seriously, subhanAllah. What you get from Ramadan, what you benefit from Ramadan, the virtues of Ramadan, let me tell you. The first one that you can get, مغفرة كل الذنوب السابقة. Your previous sins will be erased, deleted. The moment you enter Ramadan, subhanallah, your sins will be forgiven. Allahu Akbar. Don't you want that? Listen to your beloved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what he said. من صام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. The one who fasts Ramadan out of faith, you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who prescribed it on you, seeking the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your previous sins will be forgiven. La ilaha illallah. You want more? من قام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. The one who prays at night, the night prayer during Ramadan, out of faith, seeking the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all his or her previous sins will be forgiven. You need more. من قام ليلة القدر إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. The one who prays in the night of the night of power, Laylatul Qadr, which can be in any one of the 10th night, the last 10 nights of Ramadan. The same way, your previous sins will be forgiven, as the Prophet ﷺ mentions that. So, it's impossible for a person to enter Ramadan and leave Ramadan without the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making it on you very easy. Do whatever you can do in this month to seek the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for guaranteed, subhanallah, guaranteed, as you can hear. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, in one hadith, he was, surprised for the person that will enter Ramadan and will not gain the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After all this, خاب وخسر من أدرك رمضان فلم يغفر له. He is or she is a loser who will enter Ramadan and will not gain the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for you. Second thing you gain from Ramadan, عتق الرقاب من النار. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect your neck, yourself, your soul from the hellfire. عتق من النار. The Prophet ﷺ said, وَلِلَّهِ عُتَقَاءُ مِنَ النَّارِ فِي رَمَضَانِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has people that He will free from the hellfire. وَذَلِكَ كُلُّ لَيْلَةٍ. And that's every single night of Ramadan. Can you imagine? Every single night, Allah will free some of His people, some of His servants from the hellfire. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among them, those people, subhanAllah, who will be free, who will be saved from the hellfire. Number 3, among the things that you get from fasting, istijabatul du'a. Allah will answer your call, your du'a, your supplication, your prayer. Allah will accept it, guaranteed. Listen to this proof from the Prophet ﷺ said, لِلصَّائِمِ عِنْدَ فِطْرِهِ دَعْوَةٌ لَا تُرَدْ. For a fasting person, there is an accepted dua, accepted prayer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never reject. For that person who is fasting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He said 3 people Allah will answer their call. One of them, as-sa'imu hatta yuftir. When you are fasting until you break your fast, if you raise your hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with anything you want, anything you wish, you just ask Him, and Allah will grant you that. And we know in the ayat that talks about the siyam in Surah Al-Baqarah in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts one ayah in between those ayat when He said, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. When my servants ask you about me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say to the Prophet ﷺ, tell them. He said, I am near them. You don't need anyone to tell you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just need to open your heart. You open your mind and respond to your Lord, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. مَنْ لَا يَدْعُو اللَّهَ يَغْضَبْ عَلَيْهِ. Can you imagine? The one who does not call Allah, who does not show the need to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah gets angry at that person. Can you imagine? Do you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be angry at you? Or you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be pleased with you, to like you, to love you, to get you closer? That's what we all seek, brothers and sisters. So call Him. Call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What else you get from fasting? Number 4, mudha'afatul hasanat. Multiplication of the good deeds, of the rewards that you do. If you compare the acts that you do outside Ramadan and the same acts that you do inside Ramadan, you're getting lots of hasanats, lots of rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, من أدى فيه بخصلة من خصال الخير كان كمن أدى فيه فريضة. If you do a good thing, it's like if you've done an obligatory act outside Ramadan. ومن أدى فيه فريضة كان كمن أدى 70 فريضة فيما سواه. And if you do an obligatory act on you, it's like you've done 70 times the reward outside Ramadan. See how generous Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a sale, a season, occasion, as they said. Everything on sale. You just go and do good things, and you will get the reward multiplied as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us. This is only if you do the good deeds. How about if you are fasting? What is the reward of your fasting that you are doing? You will get the reward for other things, for coming to pray, for doing good deeds, for giving charity. How about the fasting? You know what? This is the bonus that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserved for us. When the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in this divine hadith, hadith Qudusi, إِلَّا الصَّوْمُ فَإِنَّهُ لِي وَأَنَا أَجْزِي بِهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to tell us everything will be rewarded 1 for 10 until 700 times, except fasting. I kept it for me, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I will reward that person. And this is when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see the reward that you've done. Subhanallah. It is preserved, it is hidden, and we don't know how much reward will be just from fasting Ramadan, or any time that we fast for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 5, we get one night in this month that equals your worship for a whole your age, whole of your life, subhanAllah. Almost 84 years of worship. Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alfi shahr. One night you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you do good deeds in that night, equals worship given, doing good deeds for almost 84 years. SubhanAllah. How generous Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters. And you don't love Him? And we find some one of us will say, oh, I don't, who is Allah? Why Subhanallah. Look at this. The mercy, the forgiveness, all the reward. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, ما يفعل الله بعذابكم إن شكرتم وآمنتم. What Allah will benefit from your punishing you, from punishment to punish you. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to punish you? If, one condition, if you believe and thank Him. Subhanallah. If you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you thank Him for all these blessings, Allah will not punish you. Allah will not punish us. Allah loves us, brothers and sisters. Number 6, ضبط الأخلاق, discipline of our behavior. Subhanallah, look at this, brothers and sisters. You see the glass of water, and it's cold, ice in it. While fasting, we don't touch it. Even if no one is around you, you won't touch it. You won't drink it. Why? Because you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what builds in you is a taqwa. That you are self-conscious about your Lord. You know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you. He's seeing you, even if you can't see Him. Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very important, brothers and sisters, to discipline ourselves. I can restrain myself from doing bad things. I become like an angel, as the scholar said. You are an angel during fasting. How? You don't eat, you don't drink, you don't indulge in something bad, you don't say bad, you just remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you just say good things, you just do good deeds. You are like an angel. You need to continue this status. Subhanallah. This is the status of the angels. لا يأكلوا ولا يشربوا ولا يتغوطوا ويذكرون الله سبحانه وتعالى قياما مفعولا. Subhanallah. You are an angel. That's why during this season you control your desires, you control your tongue, you control your hand, you control your behavior. And if you need lots of proofs, there are lots of ahadith of the Prophet ﷺ. فَإِذَا كَانَ يَوْمُ صَوْمِ أَحَدِكُمْ فَلَا يَرْفُثْ وَلَا يَسْخَبْ وَلَا يَجْهَلْ فَإِنْ شَاتَمَهُ أَحَدٌ أَوْ قَاتَلَهُ لِيَقُلْ إِنِّي صَائِمٌ إِنِّي صَائِمٌ. When you are fasting, your tongue should fast. You cannot say bad things. You cannot cheat others. You cannot deceive others. You have to be well disciplined. Even if someone comes to you and wants to fight with you, or wants to say bad to you, and you don't respond, you know what your response should be? As the Prophet ﷺ said, I am a fasting person. I am a fasting person. That's it. I cannot be indulged in anything of these old things. SubhanAllah. Yes, brothers and sisters, every organ in your body should fast. Everything. Not only abstaining from food and drink. And finally, brothers and sisters, which is the major blessings that we get when we fast Ramadan, is farhatullahi bi'ibadih. How happy Allah with you when you fast. You know, brothers and sisters, Allah yubahi bikumul malaika. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brag brag about you in the presence of His angels. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, listen to this hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said about this hadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya malaikati unduru ila abdi. Oh my angels, look at my servant. Taraka ta'amahu wa sharabahu wa shahwatahu min ajli. He or she leaves his food and drink and his desires and her desires for my sake, for Allah's sake. Ya malaikati ushhidukum anni qad ghafartu lah. Oh my angels, you are my witnesses. I forgive that person. I forgive that person. Don't you like to see that from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? From the one that you worship, from the one that you come closer to, from the one that you come to Salat al-Jum'ah for the one that you fast for the one that you pray to. Don't you want your Lord, your beloved one that you love more than everything, to be pleased with you? Wallahi, we all need it. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness for me and for you. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم واستغفروه. الحمد لله على إحسانه والشكر له على توفيقه وامتنانه وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له تعظيما لشانه وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا قدوتنا محمدا عبده ورسوله الداعي إلى رضوانه صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وإخوانه صلاة وسلاما إلى يوم الدين. My dear respected brothers and sisters, all what we heard has one goal, is to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All these benefits has to be passed to our next generation and the generations to come. They all should know these. They know the virtues, the blessings that we get from these acts of worship. We fast, we pray, we do good deeds, we give charity, we give zakat to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we need to pass this to our next generation. And how we do it, brothers and sisters, is to raise our kids in the best manner. To raise our kids with these meanings, with these virtues. And what's the best to do is to get them to start from day one. From the moment they're born, you raise them in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To show them how great Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. And then to discipline them, to educate them, to explain to them. And how we do it? With what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us to establish some institutions like this Masjid and like Islamic schools. Very important, brothers and sisters, to keep the momentum and to keep this deen alive and to pass it to the next generation is by raising our kids. The Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. O you who believe, protect yourself and your family from the hellfire. How to protect them? By educating them, by disciplining them, by getting them to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Among us, brothers and sisters, established an Islamic school. And alhamdulillah, we have 2 Islamic schools in the valley. It's not enough, but it is a start. We have to support it. We have the PMIS or a Noor Academy now, a school that was established in 1998 by righteous people like you. They were concerned about their kids. They wanted them to learn about their deen, and we established the school. And alhamdulillah, it grew. And now we have almost 74 students in this school. From pre-K to 6th grade now. They learn about their deen. They learn about the Quran. They learn about the hadith. They learn about these seasons. And they will be the one who will lead in the future. You will see them. Wallahi, you will see them in the future. If we raise them the way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will see them in the future leading all these Islamic institutions. But we have to give them the hand. We have to help them. We have to help this mission, brothers and sisters. If we don't do it, nobody else will do it beside us. If I don't do it, Allah will make someone else to do it. So be part of it. Don't say, oh, I don't have kids in the school. I'm not married. I'm not this. But subhanAllah, you know who established this masjid? This masjid and the school? All the students. The students that come from overseas. They saw the need for the community. They helped the community. And now see, subhanAllah. And all the reward is credited to them, subhanAllah. Some of them, they're still alive. Some of them, they passed away. But it will continue for them, the reward. We need to help these schools. We need to keep it going. We need to be proud to see our kids learning the Quran, leading the Salah, doing good deeds, teaching others, making da'wah. This is the goal. You should do something to help us. So inshallah, after the Salah, we'll have a short fundraising to raise fund for the school. I would like every one of us to participate, brothers and sisters. Wallahi, wallahi, it is for you. You know, we have 2 janazas today. 2 people, brother and a sister, subhanAllah. If you ask anyone who passed away, what is the wish that you would like to have if you are allowed to come back to this dunya? They will tell you to give. فَأَصَّدَّقَ وَأَكُمْ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. To give and to be among the righteous. So please, do your part. And inshallah, it will be short, but we need to show Allah that we do care about our deen. We do care about Islam. We do care about generation, next generation. We do care about the future, of people on this earth. Not just Muslims, but also non-Muslims as well. Al-Muslimu kal-ghayth, aynama waqa nafa. The Muslim is like the light rain. Whenever it falls on an area, it will benefit the whole area. It won't be selective. So be that person who will help and will show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَأَرُوا اللَّهَ مِنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ خَيْرًا. Wallahi, you gain lots of hasanat. The dollar that you give today, in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be multiplied and countable, subhanAllah. You won't know how much you are given, subhanAllah, just from that dollar that you give today. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa israfana fi amrina wa thabbit aqdamana فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت، وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت، وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك يا مولانا شر ما قضيت. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا، وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان، واجعلنا من الراشدين يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن مع عبادك المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم كن مع عبادك المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم كن مع عبادك المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم من أراد الإسلام والمسلمين بخير فوفقه لكل خير، ومن أراد الإسلام والمسلمين بسوء فأشغله في نفسه، واجعل تدبيره بتدبيره، واجعل دائرة السوء تكون عليه يا رب العالمين. اللهم رحماك بأمة محمد. اللهم رحماك بأمة محمد. اللهم رحماك بأمة محمد. اللهم اغفر لنا ولأمواتنا وأموات المسلمين أجمعين يا رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة.